Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are once again taking another look at our stocks versus metals challenge, which, if you haven't seen the series up till now, we've got the two investments in a head-to-head battle to see which one can race its way to an ounce of gold. So far in the series, team stocks are in the lead. They're currently leading 4 points to 1. But it is still early days, so it is absolutely anybody's race. But with that all being said and done, let's head on into the recap and let's see how we fared up last month. Right, so first up, we do always have a quick check of the spot price. So as of the 2nd of July 2026, which is when we added new money into the markets, we had a spot price of £3,051.48. And then one thing that was kind of crazy, since we recorded the last episode, we actually saw gold dip under £100 for the first time this year. So yeah, I was kind of shocked to see that the spot price for a gram of gold was actually £98.12. But how that plays out with the numbers is going to be kind of interesting. Moving over to our stocks, and in no particular order. First up, we have BRWM. So over the month, we actually took a loss of 8%. So we were down £3.37 for the month. Following on from that one then, and we have our bounty winner from last month. And same again, if you saw the episode, I did say at the time, it was going to be a bit of a gamble, being so close to the SpaceX IPO drop. Now, I would say unfortunately, but I know all you guys are watching the team metals through and through. So basically, it did not work out to plan whatsoever. But yeah, unfortunately, over the month, we took a rather severe loss of 29.1%, which is really not good. Obviously, I don't like seeing the numbers drop that much in a month, but it is what it is. We just have to deal with it. But yeah, over the month, we were down £18.82. Now, same again, having close ties with SpaceX, I do feel as if this one does have the legs to run. So I'm still going to be holding it, and I would like to think later down the line, this one will come good eventually. Next in line, we have SSE, and it looks as though they are back on track with a healthy 3.3% return. So over the month, we're actually up £1.56. Following on from that one with another green, we have Imperial Brands. So over the month, we were up 4.5%. So we had a return of £1.54. Right, and then for the last individual stock of the portfolio, we have National Grid. Over the month, we were up 2.2%. So that gave us a return of 55p. Right, and then last but not least, we have our main chunk of our portfolio, which is in our global pie, which is basically made up of 6 individual global market ETFs. So over the month, that one didn't actually do too great. So even though that one did have a bit of a rocky start to the month, we did actually come out in the green. So we ended out the month with a 0.6% return. So we were up £3.93. Moving over to the numbers then, this is the segment where we break it all down, we crunch the numbers and work out which one came out on top for the month. So from the last episode then, the price of gold was £3,375.13. Over the month, we saw a change of minus £323.65, which is kind of insane. So that gives us a new spot price for an ounce of gold at £3,051.48, which then in turn makes a gram of gold £98.12. So far, both investments has had £809.05 invested into them. The total value of the gold as of the last video was £672.57. Obviously, where the spot price dropped so much, that has affected the value. So our new value as of the time of recording is now £588.72, meaning our monthly change is minus £83.85, which in turn then gives us a total return of minus £220.33, which same again, that then also affects our total ROI, which is also dropped to minus 27.23%. So yeah, it's really not looking good for Team Metals this time around. Moving over to our stocks, and they also had that £809.05 invested. The balance brought forward from the last episode was £861.13. The balance today, as we're recording, is currently £847.03. So our monthly change was minus £14.10. So even team stocks are in the red this month. The only thing is, though, the total return, they are still up £37.98. So although they did take a loss this time around, they are still holding on to some profit. However, that has dropped our total ROI slightly. So we are now at 4.69%. But with both investments in the red this month, the fact that team stocks had a smaller loss, it does unfortunately mean team stocks has took another point this round. Moving over to our purchases then, and we did pick up our usual 1 gram bar from Timecodes. All right, let's get these out quick. As always, little Timecodes sweet. Wow, that was a right pig trying to open that one this time around. All right, and as always, we have our 1 gram gold bar from Timecodes. And then same again, all serialized. And then they also have the hologram sticker and all the info on the back. Right, let's check that one out on a stand for the video. So thanks to the spot price dropping, that 1 gram gold bar only cost us £117.58. So obviously that is how much money we have to add to the budget for the stocks this month. So moving over to those stock purchases, and we actually have something really cool to talk about. So obviously in the past, you've heard me talk about dividends and the snowball effect and everything. Now this episode, we can actually see the snowball in effect. Obviously we are only talking about minuscule numbers. We're only investing a tiny bit over £100 every single month. So we're not talking about thousands of pounds, but it just goes to show that even on a very, very small budget, you can actually see the snowball happening month on month. So with the global ETFs that I have, they actually pay out a dividend every 3 months. So as of the 1st of April, you can see we received our very first bunch of dividends for the global pie. The smallest one was 2 pence and our largest payment was 48 pence. Now, same again, every single month I've consistently added £100 and we've reinvested those dividends back in as well. So fast forward to today, 3 months later, we've just received our second batch of dividends for that pie because obviously it pays quarterly. Our smallest dividend, which was 2 pence on the other one, is now jumped up to 13 pence. And our biggest dividend, which was 48 pence in April, is now £1.38. So yeah, it's just really cool to see. And same again, we are talking very, very small numbers, but it's cool to see that although we're only adding £100 a month, you can see that the dividends are scaling up as we consistently invest that amount of money into it. But yeah, so for the purchases then, out of that £117.58, we are going to put 100 back into the global pie. So in total, we had the £100 from the budget, plus the dividends and the cash that was in the pie. So we ended up investing 103.61 into it. Right, and then with the remainder £17.58 of the budget, I did chuck it into the bounty winner. So with a 4.5% return, this episode's bounty winner goes to Imperial Brands. Now, another thing that's cool, we did also receive a dividend for Imperial Brands. So that one ended up having the remainder of our monthly budget, which was £17.58. But that did also have 53 pence from that dividend. So in total, they had £18.11 into that one with 9 pence of stamp duty. So we had 18.02 worth of stock. Right, so that's us all up to date for this episode. But yeah, really looking forward to seeing how that pans out and how the dividends are looking in 3 months' time. Same again, if you're liking the content and you haven't already, make sure you do drop a sub. We are holding a giveaway once we hit 1,700 over on the live streams on a Thursday. So make sure you do come and hang out and say hello. But yeah, with that all being said and done, I think we will leave the episode there. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the content today, and I'll catch you all over on the next one.